We do, however, just like other schools across Oklahoma, continue to have to respond to Oklahoma's teacher shortage.
Tulsa Public Schools is heading back to class today with around 30 classrooms without a teacher.
And that's according to district officials who say this is nothing new, given Oklahoma's history with an ongoing teacher shortage.
Yeah, but it's still a major issue in the education system. In today's Project Safe Schools report, I sit down with Tulsa Public Schools Superintendent Dr. Deborah Gist to find out how the district is handling the more than 20 vacancies.
What I want parents to know is we're preparing for every scenario.
One of the most concerning scenarios, a classroom without a teacher, which is a reality for about 30 classrooms in the district on the first day.
Sometimes what happens is we have them, but they haven't gotten through their, all the processing, so we have a gap of a few days.
So when these kids walk into class on day one, they won't see their teacher, but they will see someone else.
We will have folks from the district office who are certified and ready to go, including me, to fill in to those places while the new teacher comes on board so that the students have a smooth transition.
It's something Gist experienced firsthand back in 2017 when she, the superintendent of the second largest school district in the state, started the school year teaching third grade. So in the event of a teacherless classroom, Dr. Gist wants parents to know that their children will have an education professional leading the charge on the first day of school.
What their child will have is a certified teacher in the classroom, someone who knows the position and is committed to making sure their child has an awesome start to school.
Tulsa Public Schools is still hiring, and officials hope to have every classroom transitioned within the next week. The superintendent credits the teacher shortage to the lack of state funding, saying administrators across the state are grateful for the teacher raise state leaders gave 2 years ago and the slight increase this past year, but it's still not enough to keep teachers in Oklahoma school districts.
We still have a tremendous amount of improvement that we need to make in terms of the rest of what we invest in education. And so there are many other things that go into quality education besides just teacher salaries. And even with those increases in teacher salaries, we are still very much behind the districts that we compete with in Texas, in Arkansas, and even to a certain extent in Kansas.
And it's not just Tulsa dealing with this issue. Education officials say there are still nearly 600 teaching vacancies all across Oklahoma. That number's from the Oklahoma State School Boards Association. The group also says that does not include jobs filled by emergency certified teachers. But even with the recent increase in education funding, a lot of state leaders say it's still difficult to hire teachers.
Oklahoma is turning the corner and investing in education. The last 2 years, we've had record investment in Oklahoma education, $640 million new dollars, record teacher pay raises. Problems like our decade-long teacher shortage crisis aren't going to be cured overnight.
Officials say the hardest teachers to find are middle and high school math teachers, special education, and early childhood teachers. This is an issue that's been going on, for forever now in the state. I talked to Dr. Gist, and, she said back in 2008, whenever there were major cuts, we're still not where we were back then, whenever funding was at its fullest. And with inflation, everything has gotten more expensive, and we're still not where we were back in 2000.
Playing catch up, really, right now.
And we're still trying to play catch up. So we're just now starting to see, those advances in the funding. And it's hard to keep teachers here. You might love your job, you might love your salary, but if you don't have the right tools and resources to do your job, it makes it hard to stay there. So we definitely sympathize with teachers and are lucky for the ones that are here and are willing to teach our students.
And those teachers that are here are the ones that are still fighting for education.
Still fighting and want to be here.
To make sure that kids have the best. All right, thanks, Travis.